One of the more interesting topics that I read about and we actually talked about in today's class is the effect of Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma and how it affects not only kind of like the MLB season, but it's kind of getting near the postseason now. There's games between the Astros, the Marlins, and the Devil Rays. All three of them are affected by these hurricanes, and they're trying to figure out how to reschedule these important games that could matter to getting into the postseason, or the leverage of where you're standing in the postseason if you're a playoff team. The MLB is trying to find out a difficult time, trying to put these teams and have the games going on and not have it affect the regular season at all. So they're trying to reschedule these games, and it's important to these teams, specifically those three, because you got to think about the revenue that they make each game. Well, they already projected like what they were supposed to make, and now due to these hurricanes, they never made that revenue. So they're filing file a business disruption to the MLB to see if the MLB could possibly pay them out for these games that could not possibly be played in their home stadium, because they might have to find a neutral site for these games to be played at, and that's very difficult considering that they already have everybody else's games in the end of the season coming up. Now, something that I thought of that I think would be very interesting, instead of try to fit these games in between series before the October rolls around, why don't these three teams and whatever games that they need to be made up just wait till the end of the season to be over with, and just reschedule and postpone the postseason to see if those games actually will matter for, say, like the Houston Astros, who's a playoff team right now, to see if if that would actually help them get another game or two above somebody else in the division or in the wild card. That way you're not trying to fly someone that's out on the East Coast and try to fit in a game over on the West Coast for like 2 or 3 days and try to shove it in a double header and then fly them back on the East Coast. You got to think of the players in this case, their rest. It's been a long season already. You want to make sure everybody's healthy for the postseason. It's right around the corner. But you also got to take in consideration, like the Rays might not make the playoffs and the Marlins won't make the playoffs. So the postseason doesn't really matter to them. It's more of the fact of they don't want to lose out on their revenue that they're already, in their minds, supposed to make for these games, because the tickets were already sold, and they don't want to go have a neutral site game and not have that money made at their fields. So sorry I took so long on this video. I just wanted to make sure I got everything in there. Have a nice day.